heel goes over the wrist. I don't let go just yet. Lock with the other foot. Pummel my hand up, withdraw it straight back. Now the finishing part. Okay guys, I'm going to show you one of the methods that I like to use to finish the rear naked choke once I've got someone's back. So I'm not going to show you the methods of how we would get to this position, I'll just show you like the finishing mechanics. So anytime I'm trying to finish a choke, it's always better for me to have less obstacles in the way, right? So like I'm trying to take away Lockie's defenses. But right now in this position, which is mostly the position you'll find yourself in when you've got someone's back, basically two hooks in and an underhook and an overhook, right? In this position, it's basically just going to be this constant hand fight where he's got both hands as a defense. If I take one away, he's got, keep that over, yeah, like that. Even if I take one away, he's still got the other one there, and my hand, if it's a one-on-one situation, right? So he's got this one defending. As soon as I let go of this to try and address that, he can reinsert that hand, and this, it's just a constant sort of fight from this position where it's constantly battling this sort of, each time I let go, he just reinserts a defensive hand. So I've got to beat that with basically trying to get to a situation where he's only got one hand to defend my two hands. Okay, so how I'm going to do that is by basically, sit on this side for me, Lockie, is using my leg to take away one of these hands, all right? So in this position here, Lockie's got a primary defensive hand in. This is pretty standard position you'd find yourself in with the choking side, choking arm on bottom. So I'm going to reach through. I've got an underhook and an overhook. Strip Lockie's grip. Now instead of bringing this up, letting go and trying to finish where Lockie can pull my hand down, reinsert his primary defensive hand, I'm going to pass this off and capture it with my leg. Now, in this position, if Lockie's quite high on me, I find it quite hard to capture that arm. So what I'll do is I'll put my foot on his hip here and just bring him a little bit lower temporarily. This allows me to put my heel over, punch that hand down, and puts his hand right there in order for me to capture with my heel. Okay, so once again, I'll bring from two hooks, one foot on the hip, takes him down just a bit, heel on top, punch that hand down, hooking over the wrist. Now I'm going to trap both hands in temporarily. I pummel my thumb up and withdraw it straight out the back, keeping my knees quite tight. Now, this last little part here, Lockie's going to be trying to keep his chin tucked, which is okay. I'm going to use this hand. Right now, it's going to be very hard to finish. I might be able to just crush his jaw, but it's not going to be as easy as if I can get clear access to his neck. So what I'll do is I'll reach my now top side hand, because I've got, like I said, a 2-on-1. Lockie's only got one hand to defend and I've got two hands to attack. So I'm going to lift, put my hand underneath my choking arm, reach through, and just put it on top of my opposite arm here. And this gives me a little lever to lift his chin up, punch that bicep all the way through, finish the choke whether I want to use a palm to palm grip or put my fingers across for my sort of figure four rear naked choke. So once again, primary defensive hand in, underhook, but I go over his wrist. Now you can use any stripping method you want. Any way you want to break that grip, what I like to do is grab across the top of the knuckles and give us a bit of a grip, there we go, and pull upwards while I push down, push away. So I'm coming out of the gap between his fingers. Foot on the hip, push him down, leg goes across his hips and locks. I then punch down, heel goes over the wrist. I don't let go just yet. Lock with the other foot, pummel my hand up, withdraw it straight back. Now the finishing part, this hand, I keep it and just kind of try and lift a little bit just to get enough space to get my thumb underneath his jaw. I'm not trying to get it all the way across, I just want to get it underneath his chin. I then put my hand on top of my other hand, on top of my bicep really, and just lift enough. Now at this point, Lockie's worried about this end, so he starts to, beautiful. He's just let go of my choking arm, which I punch over, either finish with my palm to palm grip or punch my fingers through for that figure 4 rear naked choke. So that's quite an effective way. It's nice and smooth. You get a bit of practice on it. It feels nice and smooth. Really good way. Remember, we're always trying to get to a situation where I've got 2 hands attacking Lockie's neck and he has less than 2. You know, 1, ideally none, but usually it's going to be a 2-on-1 situation. So hope you like that one, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Got heaps more videos just like this coming out all the time.